You clicked on this for a reason, and what I'm about to show you is probably already in your kitchen right now, quietly making it easier for your body to store belly fat, not because you are eating too much, not because you lack discipline, but because your body's being signaled to do it. And once you see this, you will not be able to unsee it, because this is one of those things that changes how you look at your daily habits forever. Let me make this personal. Think about everything you use today. Did you heat food in plastic? Did you cook with a nonstick pan? Did you drink from a plastic bottle? Maybe you wrapped food in plastic or grabbed leftovers from a container without thinking twice. That feels normal. It feels harmless. It feels like something everyone does. But what if those exact habits are slowly working against your metabolism? What if they are quietly contributing to weight gain? And specifically, stubborn belly fat that just will not go away. Because this is where most people get confused. They think fat gain is only about food, calories in, calories out, eat less, move more. And while that matters, it is not the full picture. Your body's not just counting calories. Your body's responding to signals that tell it whether to burn fat or store fat. And some of the strongest signals you are exposed to every day are not coming from your diet, they're coming from your environment. Your body is constantly reading your environment. Everything you touch, everything you consume, everything your food comes into contact with, it all sends signals. Signals that affect your hormones, signals that affect your metabolism, signals that influence how your body stores fat. And your kitchen might be one of the strongest signal sources in your entire day. Now here's where it starts to get serious, because this is not just about gaining a little weight. This is about how your body decides whether to burn fat or store fat. And that decision is controlled by your hormones. Your hormones regulate everything. Your metabolism, your energy levels, your hunger, your fat storage. So when your hormones are balanced, your body works with you. But when your hormones are disrupted, your body starts working against you. When your hormones are balanced, your body can regulate energy efficiently. You burn fat more easily. You maintain a healthy weight without constantly fighting your body. But when your hormones are disrupted, everything shifts. Fat storage increases, fat burning slows down, your metabolism becomes less efficient, and your body starts holding on to belly fat. Even when you're doing everything right, this is why so many people feel stuck. They're eating clean, they're exercising, they're trying to lose weight, but nothing changes, or progress is painfully slow, and over time that becomes frustrating, because it feels like your body is not responding, but your body is responding. Just not in the way you expect, because something is interfering, something you are not even aware of, something that most people never think about, and that something is chemical exposure. There's a category of compounds called endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals that interfere with your hormone system. They can mimic hormones, they can block hormones, and they can change how your body responds to key signals like insulin. And when that happens, your metabolism changes. Your body becomes more likely to store fat and less efficient at burning it. One of the most common endocrine disruptors is BPA. BPA is found in plastics, food containers, canned goods, and packaging. And this is where things start to get concerning, because when plastic is heated, BPA can leach into your food, and once it enters your body, it behaves like estrogen. Now think about that. Your body is receiving a signal to store fat, to hold on to energy, and to slow down fat burning. Even if your diet is clean, even if you are exercising, even if you are doing everything you think you should be doing. And this is not a one-time thing. This is happening daily, sometimes multiple times per day, every time you heat food in plastic, every time you use certain containers, every time your food comes into contact with these materials. It adds up, and over time, your body adapts to those signals. This is why people say their metabolism feels slow or broken. But it is not broken, it is responding. It is adapting to the environment you are putting it in. And if that environment constantly signals fat storage, that becomes your baseline. But BPA is not the only issue. There are also phthalates. These are found in flexible plastics and food packaging. Research has linked them to increased belly fat and insulin resistance, which means your body becomes less efficient at using energy and more efficient at storing it. Then there's PFAS. PFAS stands for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. These are man-made chemicals designed to resist heat, water, and grease, which is why they are used in nonstick pans and food packaging. But here's the problem. They do not break down, not easily, That is why they are often called forever chemicals, because once they enter your body, they stay there, and over time they build up. So now you can see the bigger picture. It is not just what you eat, it is what your food touches. But here's where this becomes even more important. These chemicals do not just increase fat, they influence where your body stores it. Specifically, they push fat toward your abdomen. This is visceral fat, the fat that surrounds your organs, the fat most strongly linked to metabolic disease, and the fat that is the hardest to lose. So, when you look in the mirror and wonder why your belly fat is not going away, even though you are trying, even though you are putting in effort, this is part of the answer. Your body is being programmed by signals every single day. Now here's the good news. This is something you can change, and when you change it, your body responds. Start with the biggest trigger. Stop heating food in plastic. This alone can significantly reduce your exposure. Switch to glass or stainless steel containers. Next, look at your cookware. If you are using nonstick pans, especially older or scratched ones, replace them. Use stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic instead. And then check your storage. Plastic containers and plastic wrap all contribute to exposure. Switching to glass is a simple but powerful upgrade. And here's one most people overlook. Canned foods. Many cans are lined with BPA. If you eat canned foods regularly, that exposure builds over time. Look for BPA-free options when possible. Now here's the shift that changes everything. This is not about being perfect. It is not about throwing everything away overnight. This is about awareness and reducing your exposure step by step, because these chemicals are everywhere. In plastics, in nonstick cookware, in food packaging. And most people are exposed to them every single day without realizing it. But here's the part most people never hear. You do not need to eliminate everything. You just need to lower the load, because when you reduce that constant exposure, your body finally gets a different signal, and that signal changes everything. Your metabolism starts to recover, your insulin sensitivity begins to improve, inflammation starts to come down, and your hormones, the same hormones that control fat storage, energy, and hunger, start to rebalance. This is where real fat loss begins. Not forced, not extreme, not exhausting, but natural. Because your body is no longer being pushed into storing visceral fat. It is no longer being told to hold on to belly fat. Instead, it starts working with you again. Fat burning becomes easier, energy becomes more stable, and that stubborn belly fat, the fat that would not go away, finally starts to shift. That is the difference between chasing weight loss and actually fixing your metabolism, between counting calories and understanding what is driving fat storage. So take a look at your kitchen. Not tomorrow, right now. What are you heating your food in? What are you drinking from? What are you cooking with every single day? Because the answer to why fat loss feels so hard might already be sitting right in front of you. Start small. Replace one thing, just one, a plastic container, a non-stick pan, a bottle you use every day, because small changes, repeated consistently, are what rebuild your metabolic health. They are what reduce visceral fat. They are what improve insulin resistance. They are what restore balance inside your body. And that is how real transformation happens, not overnight, but permanently. So now I want to know, what is the first thing in your kitchen you are going to replace? Because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Awareness is where real fat loss begins.